Good afternoon, everyone. Mayor Buckley here. It is Thursday, December the 31st, the last day of probably the worst year of my life, as probably with yours as well. I'm here in the mayor's office with Tim. I took my mask off to do this portion. I think the second portion I'll put my mask on um, to be a little consistency. But I want to talk a little bit about uh, what took place in 2020 from a city standpoint. This this year, as bad as it was for all of us, the amount of work that was done in the city of Beech Grove was quite remarkable. Uh, the old adage is you can get a lot done when things are really bad. 2020 was a really bad year. We had COVID, didn't know where were financially, and then the fact that we weren't. There was a possibility we weren't going to get revenues that we thought we were going to get, so it made it uh, we were really apprehensive about this year. But I got to tell you, we continued doing stormwater projects. We did three major stormwater projects out on Arlington at Churchman, over on Killian Drive, and on Buffalo between 6th and 7th. We corrected some age-old problems, and we're getting ready to start another project at Garstang and Shaft. We have a really serious drainage issue there coming off the Amtrak property. So early this next year, we will be correcting that. Our sanitary sewer, we continue to do work on it. We continued to repair sidewalks. We had another round of paving in 2020. We received money from NDOT through the Community Crossings Grant, about $350,000. As you all know, we constructed the roundabout at Arlington and Churchman. Work continues on the Thompson Trail. That's a sidewalk on the north side of Thompson between Emerson and 9th. So work continues on that. I got to tell you that the city of Indianapolis is going to pave Thompson Road from Emerson west to Shelbyville Road. That's not part of this project. That work was spearheaded by Frank Mascari, who is our city county councilor in this area. So he walked that through, and probably in the spring of 2021, you will see that road being redone. And we can all agree it needs to be redone. But the sidewalk project is totally separate. So kudos to the city of Indianapolis for that improvement, and to Frank. So work continues on the roundabout at 25th and Churchman. We're about 2 years away from that project, so we're looking forward to that. And obviously, I think the biggest project this year, work began on the Franciscan Trail Greenway. That is a project that will go on through the entire 2021 into 2022 before it's complete. There's quite a bit of work being done on it right as we speak. So we are looking forward to the completion of that project. And all of these infrastructure projects, I was talking to the people at AIM the other day, and they have 4 words for funding of infrastructure projects. Does it serve the city better? Does it benefit the city? Does it make your city more walkable? And does it make your city safer? So in all these projects that I just described, it does all of those things. So these are very worthy improvements, and I'm so happy that we did that in 2020, and I look forward to 2021. I'll be right back. I'm going to talk to you about our city council and the work that they did in 2020, and some of the things that are going to benefit you. So we'll be right back.
I'll give you a countdown.
I'm back, and this for this segment, I put my mask back on, and hopefully you can understand me pretty clear. But I'm going to talk to you about the good work that our city council did this year, our board of works, and our clerk treasurer. One of the responsibilities of the city council is to pass a budget, and they passed a budget for 2021, which is balanced and is funded. As a matter of fact, yesterday the clerk received several funds for several different categories to fund us through the first quarter and first half of 2021. So we were really happy about that. Our funding has not gone down, so we're holding our own, which is what we want. But anyway, the budget for 2021 that the council approved included a 2% cost of living adjustment for full-time and part-time employees and people who are on pension. The council was pretty adamant about giving the employees a raise, especially Bobby Ferguson, who's a counselor in District 3, and Kevin Day, who's the counselor in District 4. So I'm very happy about that. I appreciate that on behalf of the council. Also in this budget, we have already ordered a new ambulance, so that will be here sometime around June or July of 2021. Our police officers will be wearing body cameras once they have been ordered and delivered. That was part of this budget as well. I'm all for that. I think it's good. I think it's being proactive, so I'm looking forward to it. The city and the council worked together to put together a grant through Okra for sanitary sewer improvements. We applied for $600,000 and we received that grant. So sometime in early 2021, we'll begin the process to make some much needed improvements in our sanitary sewer system. We continue to fix sidewalks. The council in 2021 budgeted $35,000 to do sidewalk repairs. And what I hope happens, I hope the council over the next 3 years continues to increase the funding for that, because we are a very walkable city, and we constantly look for trip hazards on sidewalks, and this fund will help us maintain our sidewalks. So I'm very happy about that. Pretty soon, probably in April or so, we will be seeing a drastic improvement in our street lighting. We have 775 street lights in the city of Beech Grove. We have added several street lights over the past 8 years. Those are going to be converted to LED. So it's going to cost the city approximately $300,000 over the next 3 years to make this improvement. About 3 years ago, the council approved us doing that, and it was a very good decision by our governing legislative body. So we met with, Jim and I met with Power and Light, and we signed the agreement, and the board approved it. So sometime this spring, I think they're saying April, we will begin to see a marked improvement in the lighting of our city, which will make it safer. So we're looking forward to that. And by the way, Power and Light estimates that we will save between $45,000 and $50,000 a year with deduction in our billing for street lighting. So I'm very happy about that. I want to talk to you a little bit about the CARES Act. The CARES Act is a reimbursement by the federal government for programs and equipment dealing with COVID. The City of Beech Grove was awarded $211,000 through the CARES Act for funding for reimbursement of supplies and equipment and programs to make it safer for the employees of the City of Beech Grove. So with that, the fire department bought the equipment. Every department in city government was reimbursed for personal protection equipment used to protect the employees, and the city upgraded its entire telephone system and our computer system, with the exception of the fire department, police department, and the court. So now, through the CARES Act, non-essential employees can work from home as they are doing right now as we speak. So I'll get into that into the next segment. So our council did very well last year. I look forward to continuing to work with them this year. There has been a great deal done to make improvements in the City of Beech Grove, and we look forward to continuing. From a taxpayer standpoint and a personal property owner standpoint, our assessed valuation as a city is certified for 2021 at $517 million. When I walked into the mayor's office on the first day of 2012, our assessed valuation was $325 million. You take that figure, plus you add the fact of property tax caps, circuit breaker losses, and large debt, this city was in the tank. It's not that way anymore. I contribute that to our council, I contribute that to our board, I contribute that to our department heads and our two clerk treasurers that we've had. So I'm very happy about that. And residents who sell their home get that message because their property is worth a lot more than it was. I remember back in 2012, you couldn't give away a home in Beech Grove. But that's not the case now. Now you can't even put your sign up. And people want to buy your property. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy for the people who invested in this city, including big business. Also, I want to talk to you about our debt. Our debt continues to go down. The debt incurred by the Redevelopment Commission in 2005-2006, by the end of 22 will be gone. They will have no debt. The City of Beech Grove, we took out a bond issue in 2012. That bond will be paid off. We only have like 3 payments left on that bond, and that bond will be paid off. And back in 2004, 2005, our sewage works took out a bond and a state revolving loan, and those, the revolving loan and the bond will be paid off by 2025. So the city is setting itself up to get out of debt and be solvent by the end of 2024 or 2022, excuse me. And I want to talk to you about the tax rate. those who really pay attention to items such as that know for a long, long time our tax rate is extremely high. There's no doubt. But the 8 years since 2012, we have worked hard to continue to lower the tax rate. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, probably 5 or 6 years of the first 8 years, our tax rate went down, which was really good. The tax rate, again, for 2021, that's certified, will be certified in February, also goes down. So that would be 6 or 7 of the 9 years that I have been mayor, our tax rate continues to go down. Still too high, folks, and but those are good signs. And the last thing I want to talk to you about with the city council is towards the end of the year, the council, by a vote of 7-0, voted to start the process to design and form a committee for the construction of a new police station. This is long overdue. We're working out of the same building that we had since 1972, and we have doubled our staffing. So it is time that our city invest in a new police station. It is the highest priority that I have. I applaud the council. I ask Councilor Bobby Ferguson, Councilor Kevin Day, Councilor Buddy Templin, and Councilor Dave Harrison to serve on the steering committee along with the police department, headed up by the chief, to design and implement a new police station. Final vote to proceed on the police station hopefully will come in late spring. So we are looking forward to it. It is much needed, and I'm happy that we are doing it. So I will be right back for the final segment. Thank you.
Here we go.
We're back for the final segment, and I wanted to focus on COVID. We have spoken with you on several occasions throughout 2020, and the message hasn't changed. Please, if you are in public and you are not alone, please wear a mask. If I'm out in public and I'm by myself, I may not wear a mask. But if I'm out in public and I'm around people, especially people I don't know, I will have a mask on. Social distance. Please keep your distance from other people. If you are going to have a gathering, keep it to your immediate family. Meeting with large groups of people that you are not familiar with could end up bad. Wash your hands as often as you can and keep your hands out of your mouth and nose. My hands are so dry they're cracked, but I'm going to keep it up. If you are sick, please stay home. And obviously, tonight is New Year's Eve, and I want to wish everybody a happy and safe New Year, but please avoid large crowds. The mayor's office will not issue any orders to minimize the ability of a business owner to make a living. I'm not going to do it. We've been doing this since March. I feel that you and I have a complete understanding of what we are up against. And I don't want to see business owners, especially small business owners, compromised. Let the business owner decide whether they should open or close. And we'll go from there. The vaccine is right around the corner, probably this spring. Stay vigilant, and I strongly encourage you to get vaccinated when you have the opportunity. I think, as of right now, that frontline healthcare workers should be immediately vaccinated. Nurses, doctors, respiratory therapists, firefighters, police officers, EMTs, civilian paramedics, school teachers, people who pick up trash, and people who work within the confines of sanitary sewers. Those people should be protected immediately. I'm a little disappointed with government, especially our federal government and state government, because the vaccine is available and it is not being put in people's arms near quick enough for me. So once these frontline workers get inoculated, those living in extended care facilities, those who are over the age of 65, by the way, I'm one of those people, and those who have compromised health issues, those people need to be inoculated as soon as possible, because those are the ones who have a severe reaction to COVID. This isn't hard. I don't understand why this isn't getting pushed out quicker than what it's doing. So I wanted to share that with you. The City of Beech Grove, the police department is still functioning at 100%, as is the fire department. Department of Public Works is on a sliding schedule. And you talk about a risk to COVID. Those who pick up trash and those who deal with wastewater. Our parks are open. The Hornet Park Community Center has been closed for the past 2 weeks due to a COVID outbreak. They are set to reopen on Monday, January the 4th. The Senior Citizen Center is open, but it is restricted to about 10 people at a time. City Hall is closed to the general public and has been. We have a severe outbreak of COVID in this building. As with other municipal buildings, this building, beginning Monday, will be treated every week through the beginning of spring to try and slow down the spread. But I want to go back to the very beginning. Wear a mask. Social distance. Wash your hands as often as you can. If you are sick, stay home and avoid big crowds. As is the case with City Hall, I suspect that it was brought into the building and employees became infected. We are winding down and we hope to be back up and running. We won't be open to the public on January 4th, but the majority of our staff will be back on January the 4th, with the exception of our compliance division. Our compliance division will be closed here until January the 11th. They are able to work from home, so that's what I suggest that they do. So we are doing everything we can to minimize the introduction of COVID into the municipal buildings. So that's it. I wish all of you a safe and happy 2021, and I'm happy to say that we can kick 2020 down the curb. So good day, everybody. Thank you.